this video like a day ago, and I wound up deleting it. But today I seen something, and I was like, no, I definitely got to make it. There's a lot that I talked about. The only reason I deleted it's how I said some things. I said in a way that black accounts or accounts that take up for the black community, like BLM and so forth and so on, we get censored so much. So I just had a feeling that what I would have posted would have definitely been deleted, probably even my account banned. So I'm gonna say it. Basically, what I was doing is just tying some knots together and talking about some things that was bothering me. But so I guess I know I'm gonna leave some things out, and I'm gonna be mad about it because I left it out. But I'm gonna try to talk about the things I can remember right now, right off the top of my head. And I'm gonna start from the latest to the oldest about on this situation. So the newest, that fuckboy culture vulture Johnny Dang, man, why in the fuck? Why do we allow these people to come into our community, to come into our spaces, to come into our circles, industries, do whatever they want to do, say what they want to say, and get away with it? Disrespect us in any type of way, and just be and y'all eat it up. I'm gonna say y'all because I don't allow this shit, and I don't accept this shit, and I'll make it known. And you guys may be wondering what I'm talking about. What I am talking about is when Johnny Dang or Johnny Dang staff sent those videos to the news station, so the news stations can come in and interview him, so he can sit there and talk about how he knew the amigos and how they bought jury and how his jury, and every time they came in, jury. We know what you do, fuckboy. We don't want to hear that shit. Your videos did absolutely nothing for us, nor the cops. Your video was not there at the scene. Your video was way somewhere else. Your video is basically of the Migos. Or two of the three. Like, there was no point to that. Except promotion. The next thing. We have people, we have these, and not just the white media, but we also have the black media. Now, we have the white media, they just can't, most of the time, they can't get shit right. They're still talking about this was over a dice game, and how they were shooting dice. Number one, Quavo was not shooting dice. We can see that in the video. They were not shooting dice right there. Takeoff, we could definitely see he wasn't shooting dice. This dude was feet behind. The only thing that was sports related in that in the clip was when they was discussing or arguing or debating about something that happened a previous time, which seems like it was a previous day or two, and it was dealing with basketball. What we're allowing them to do is create a narrative of black people, all they do is gamble, smoke, this and that, and blah, 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 blah. And we feed it to them on a plate. Feed it to the PCs, dirty PCs on the plate. Constantly. We got the black people, black community coming in. Oh, we need to come together. We need to stop this violence. Again, all you're doing is feeding the PCs. Let's talk about how many times they're the ones that committed the violent act, blamed it on another black person to make it seem like it's just the black community. And you guys are helping feed this shit. Constantly. What about when the white people are killing the white people and white people are killing the black people? Where y'all at when y'all talking about that? Oh, white on white crime, y'all need to stop it. No, we don't hear that. Because that's not what they want the narrative to be. Need to start treating them just like how they treat us. But that's another story. So we're going to continue on. The videos. People are talking about the videos and mad at people for taking the videos. Now, of his body, yes, I definitely agree. But I'm also happy that people did take some of those videos, because those videos taught. Well, I'm not a detective, I'm not an investigator, but I sure investigated the hell out those videos, man. And I learned a lot, and I'm gonna tell you some of it. And I'm saying some of it because I know I'm gonna forget something, and I'm gonna be mad I forgot about it. But I'll tell you what I learned from those videos. So, what I learned from the video is a lot. What I learned first is that there was like 3 or 4 people there with guns. I learned that Jay Princess definitely had something to do with it, and I'll tell you why. He walked right past his supposed friend's body with no type of emotion, no type of concern, no type of nothing. Nothing. Which leads me to know that he had something to do with it, and that there may have already been previous issues or pressure, or however we want to term it, there. I don't want to victim blame, but I really want to say that I had a feeling they know they shouldn't have been there with them. They know they shouldn't have been there with them. But let's continue. What I also took from that video is the dude hopping around in the yellow or orange jacket. He definitely had something to do with it. If he was not he at some point he had to be the shooter. He had to be the shooter that shot him on purpose, or the shooter that may have hit him with a supposed stray bullet. But there's no such thing as stray bullet in here, because they were shooting to hit somebody or hit something. Not to scare, because it would have went in the air. So it was on purpose. We also learned that from this video that this did not happen during chaos. And what I mean by that is how chaos ensued, and then as people are running, screaming, yelling, hiding, ducking, jumping, then something happens amongst the chaos where it may have been shadowed or covered. No, this happened during a conversation. The conversation may have gotten heated verbally, but it still wasn't a lot of commotion there. It still was not a lot of commotion. This was people I'm going to say debating, and then people are walking off, not running off, not jumping off, not skipping, but running. And that's when it popped off. And then that's when the chaos ensued after. So what I'm getting at is there should have been cameras that caught people that were shooting. And not just that, the people that were there, I'm going to again say 45, because in the beginning it was 50, and then towards now it's supposed to have been about 40 people. So I'm going to say about 45 people, but we know not all 45 people were out there. I'm not sure if you've ever been to that location or that scene. I have been there plenty of times, taking plenty of videos and pictures. But in that little area, that at least had to be outside at that point, at least about, I want to say somewhere in the high teens to early 20s, no more than like 23 people out there at that time. From what I can see from the video. So again, there should have been a lot of people that seen exactly who started shooting or who shot who. Again, I know I've left some things out, and I'll be mad at myself that I did, but I'll have to be fine with it. But there's just a lot, man. That's just what I want to say about it. I know there's a lot more, again, that I want to say, a lot more that I want to point out, but come on, man. At this point, the people that did it should already be in the ground, or the cops should already have them, because we have out of all these gangsters and thugs and mobs and all these so-called such and so's, big bad wolves. How you let that happen? How you let that happen? This J Princess, from my understanding, his homeboys that he would be considered the shooters or his security were the only ones that allowed to have guns there. So that, number one, that already tells us that what side was the ones that was shooting. His side was, what it sounds like, his shot was shooting at his side, or his side was shooting at the other side. The other side was whoever would have been with the amigos. It's just so much, man. So much.